Welcome to part 7 of my walkthrough for Final Fantasy IX, my friends. We are about to step inside the village of Dali. In this village there's a lot of weird things going on, and there's quite a lot of things for us to do. For example, we're going to buy a lot of wrists, which will be a very simple method for us to obtain lots of gil later on. But for now we need to head towards the hotel and take a rest before we can move the story along. Even though poor Vivi seems rather excited to see a windmill, I guess it's just one of those things. Keep in mind that Vivi is 9 years old, so he has an excuse. In fact, it's during this segment where the plot starts developing a lot more and we start learning that there's a lot more to Alexandria than it seems. Even though so far I'm sure all of us have already established that the Queen, or Blue Anibubu as I call her, isn't a nice person. And this guy, I never noticed it before, but now that it's in HD, this guy has really creepy eyes. He kind of looks like Uncle Fester from the Addams Family. You don't notice those types of details when you play the original game. And we'll have to deliver a letter to that Mughal when we come back out of the room. Yeah, you know how these old country inns are, there's only 4 beds per room, that's just the standard rule really. Because your foster mother is evil, that's reason enough, I think. And here comes Steiner once again. It's amazing how, even after the princess says that she does not want to go back to Alexandria, this guy still wants to make her go back to Alexandria and he still doesn't get the message. It's, you know, he really needs to take a chill pill. Yeah, you've been doing a great job so far. I think this is the only time in Final Fantasy IX where we actually hear a character's voice. When Dagger is singing, that's the only time we hear any of the characters, well, talk. So now we have a bunch of active time events that we need to witness. Keep in mind that they're optional though, so you don't have to watch them really. Apparently everyone is very suspicious of Vivi. And poor Vivi has no clue what's going on, but unfortunately, like I said, this village is in cahoots with Alexandria. And we're going to find that out in just a little bit. It's a rather shady place, but before you go, there's 2 items for us to pick up here. Not that you need them, but you should open all the treasure chests. Sure, let's do it, why not? You don't really get anything from doing this. I do think it's quite hilarious just how Dagger's struggling to speak like a commoner. And I don't know why she thinks that by firing at the ship her mother was trying to rescue her. I mean, she had a bomb blow up precisely in the same area that she was in. So she's kind of naive if she thinks that her mother was trying to save her. I mean, we know that the queen wants her alive, but it doesn't make any sense because she actually tried to kill her. So make sure you give this letter. It appears that Moise is kind of a hated Mughal around the community. Still, I think that it was a rather bad move on Steelskin's part not to help him out when he was frozen. Yeah, we'll just have to witness a lot of active time events here. But this one, I guess, it is kind of important because it starts to shed some light on the innkeeper's intentions. We already know he's creepy though, so... So you can look inside, but at this point there's no one in there. Later on Dagger will be there and you can witness her trying to speak like a normal person. Now this area is very important because later on we'll have to come back here with Dagger so that we can access the mayor's house. For now we can't really do anything, but later on we'll come back here. In here you need to ask her about her weapons or her items, because if you don't and you choose the other option, that just changes the response that she gives once Dagger leaves. It doesn't change anything aside from that, it's completely pointless. But she will just say bye to Dagger if you pick that option, as opposed to if you pick the option where you just want to talk with her, she will say that Dagger acts all weird and that she's a weird one. But yeah, aside from that, it really has no impact on the story or anything like that. None of these options do really, for the most part. And in here we're going to find our very first Stelazzio coin, the Aries coin. As you know, we need to collect all of them in order to obtain Sina's magic hammer. And we also get other rewards as we collect them. We have to take them to the Duck Lady in Trino, but we'll do that later on. For now we just have to worry about collecting them, but that's the first one. Make sure you get it because it's very well hidden. And we can't obtain the items up here yet because the windmill is working, but later on we'll be able to get them as well. For now, just don't worry about them. There's also a treasure chest where the old lady is, as you can see, but right now she won't move, so we have to wait for her to leave first. So just ignore it for now. And you can buy items here, even though she doesn't have a whole lot. And now let's go ahead and talk to Vivi. Move things along. This is how we know that Zidane is a hormonal 16-year-old. This is a lie, by the way. Oh, and by the way, just as a side note, in the previous part, remember when I was battling all those wyverns in the ice cavern? I was told that apparently you only battle wyverns when the wind is blowing and you cross the ice-cold wind. That actually makes sense, and after playing this game for so many times, I did not know that. So I guess that's how you avoid fighting the wyverns. You have to avoid the wind, but honestly, it's not like they're that tough, even though they are annoying because of that HP switching attack. But yeah, there you go. There were two people who told me that, and I guess you still learn things about this game even after all these years. He has such creepy eyes, like really. I would not be staying in an inn where a guy with those huge eyes would just be staring. It does not seem like a good idea. Don't ask me why they just stand there staring for a good minute. I think she's just embarrassed because the conversation with the girl didn't go all that well. We have to be honest here, she still needs to improve, so might as well be honest instead of just, sugarcoating it. I don't know that she was Ruby because Ruby has a Texas accent going on, so if that was her purpose, she didn't quite get it. But now she's inspired to keep going, so we gave her the best answer possible, I think. Okay, so now we're going to buy the 100 wrists from the shop. We need 100 of them so that we can do a little switcheroo later on in Lindblom, and then will get lots of money by doing that. So let's talk with the girl and we'll buy as many wrists as we can. If you manage to complete that sword fight sequence back in Alexandria during the play perfectly, you'll have more than enough money to buy all of them. So there they are, let's get them. And if you want, you can creep in on Dagger practicing her speech pattern. Again, it doesn't change anything. So now we need to head inside to move the story along. And after that we need to go rescue Vivi. Poor Vivi has been kidnapped. I guess it's like Neverland. I think we should just leave him behind for now, really. He needs to get his act together, really. Because right now he's just, unbearable. Steiner is actually going against Dagger's wishes, and he will still try to find a way to take her to Alexandria. I never noticed the no credit sign up there. Well, that's not suspicious at all. I should call him Adalbert from now on. So even the old man is in cahoots with Alexandria. Or then again, maybe he doesn't know what's actually going on inside the ship. That makes me not want to bring him his coffee, which is a side quest for this game, but we'll still do it. So now we just need to step outside and head in the direction where Vivi was at, and then we'll get a clue of where we need to go. And I think it's hilarious that we are still staying in that room and that guy is still charging us. We still can't enter the mayor's house for now. And the mayor has the same creepy eyes as the innkeeper, since they're brothers and all. Poor Vivi. To be fair, Vivi could have destroyed the villagers with a little bit of fire magic, but I don't know, I guess he was just scared. Again, he's only 9. Because right now Vivi is the powerhouse of our team, so... But he's still rather shy about his powers. In the next few parts he's really going to step it up though. Money speaks louder than words sometimes, that's for sure. So all the villagers essentially started working for Alexandria because it got them more money. They're not really nice people, but right now we need to rescue Vivi, who just follows along very quietly, even though, like I said before, he could destroy them if he really wanted. Hey, don't shove him. So there's a couple of items for us to pick up in the next room. And as we move on to the next room, there's going to be a letter for us to pick up. And that's going to be it for this segment, my friends. In the next segment we'll clear the underground of Dali, and we'll also have another fight against Black Waltz number 2, so that's going to be exciting. As always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this segment useful, and I'll see you all later for the next part. Take care.